line with our commitment to ensuring the credibility and sanctity of the 2022 general election, the Speak Out Africa initiative has launched a survey after the controversial presidential and national assembly election and the 3 cases that follows it, including the ongoing judicial case at the Appeal Court Tribunal, where candidate application and counter application are taking place, as well as INEC varying requests order. This survey is to gauge the vote beat of Nigerians with regards to their voting behavior and likely participation for the gubernatorial and state assembly elections. This is expedient because the way and manner an election is conducted, that is the adherence to its process, and the event which follows after, that is its management by the electoral umpire, has huge direct impact on voter participation. Thus, we are committed as an organization to safeguarding the participation of voters in an election. To us, whatever that we create voter apathy is an enemy to democracy and should be confronted headlong. Today, the Presidential National Assembly election conducted on February 25 by the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, is widely adjudged as most controversial by available reports, both from local CSO and international observers, as well as majority of citizen voters. Unfortunately, this was supposed to be the freest, fairest, most credible and acceptable election in the history of our dear country, Nigeria, considering the huge investment made by federal government and stakeholders, especially the civil society community, who had labored day and night against all resistance to ensure the passage of the 2022 Electoral Act. In addition, INEC assurances and integrity promises such as technology innovations like bimodal voter accreditation system (BVAS), which was to perform 2 key functions, which are voter accreditation and electronic transmission of result upload direct to INEC IREF portal, real time, deploying of well-trained INEC staff to man the BVAS machines, secure and dependable logistic plans on election day, as well as other credible election enablers. Sadly, irregularities, logistic lapses, inadequate trained ad hoc staff, as well as perceived breach of trust on the part of the electoral umpire INEC is at the center of discussion today. Obviously, the overall effects of the development is likely to have serious impact on the voter participation, both in the forthcoming gubernatorial state assembly and other future elections. A task the civil society have labored so much to make the Nigerian voter put confidence on INEC. This must not be eroded, hence why we launched the Nigeria Vote Beat Survey to gauge, identify, diagnose, and address the possible electoral deficits that may emanate. For emphasis, the 2 key parameters and drivers for this survey will be process and participation only, and will never have anything to do with the election outcome. That is for the political parties to pursue. This is because for any contest, we believe, in an election, a winner must emerge. But the process by which the outcome is determined is more key to the survival of any democracy. Incidentally, process and participation are interwoven and form the basis for election democracy. In this vein, we have launched a survey for citizens to appraise INEC conduct, adherence to its own guidelines and electoral acts, perceived trust, pre-presidential National Assembly election, and now, after result declaration. The survey is taking into cognizance the February 25 election, Presidential National Assembly election, the assessments, the trust, Nigeria's feelings, Nigeria's vote beat as at then, and now that the election has been conducted, what is he reading now? That will help us to extrapolate the likely projection of what we should expect in the gubernatorial and state assembly election. We are doing this because we know that Nigeria has been greeted with so much mixed feelings. And so we want to extrapolate, to conduct this survey, to be able to actually, collate. And the essence of it all is to address this issue squarely, so that we will be able to avoid voter apathy, not just in the coming election, but in future elections. This will inform our survey. Just yesterday, the Appeal Court Tribunal ruling on the INEC varying request to reconfigure the beavers in preparation for gubernatorial and state assembly election has made them to reschedule the originally slated 11th March gubernatorial state assembly election to now March 18, an extension by 1 week. Surprisingly, most citizens welcomed the judgment in good faith and had no issues with the postponement, as it is viewed to be in favor of democracy, for giving aggrieved presidential candidates fair ground to assess election evidence from INEC as they requested. We must not fail to commend INEC for later withdrawing the varying requests. This is a good decision, as it earlier stand to have made that request seemingly cast aspersion on his image as trying to hide something which may not be true. What we are saying is that we applaud INEC, though the decision came very late, to have requested that the earlier request to vary the order for the presidential candidate to inspect and conduct their own assessment on the beavers and every other data that was used, machine that were used for election, was later withdrew by INEC. And that is commendable, because that move has greeted by a lot of Nigerians with a lot of views, a lot of school of thought, as if INEC was actually trying to hide something. And we know that the very much legacy of INEC has to rest with its public image.